evening, ladies and gentlemen.
A very warm welcome to one and all. I am Sanjeet Sahni.
And I am Melissa Ranger,
Your compares for this, our 8th annual Thanksgiving Day celebration. Melissa, don't you think this has been a long-awaited evening?
Yes, Sanjeet, definitely so. And I am sure that you, our parents, are looking forward to what we've got in store for you.
But before we proceed, let's all rise and put our hands together for our chief guest, His Grace Archbishop Pitar Raich, Vatican Ambassador to Kuwait, and his secretary, Monsignor John, who have just arrived, escorted by our school head boy, Shannon Rodrigues, and school head girl, Arlene D'Souza.
Let's also welcome all the other principals who have graciously accepted our invitation.
We also have with us our very own director, Reverend Father Tony D'Souza, our principal, Reverend Father Lionel Braganza, and our administrator, Reverend Father Franco Pereira.
It is a privilege to have Father Felix, along with our other coordinators, Mr. Jijo Abraham for the secondary section, Mrs. Radhika Lakshman for the primary section, and Mrs. Joan Correa for the pre-primary section. Say, Sanjeet, do you enjoy dancing?
Of course, dancing cannot be described by definition. It can take many meanings.
That's true. Dance can be thought of as a form of non-verbal communication. Dance could be used to express one's feelings as well as to communicate.
But Melissa, above all, dance is a form of prayer. We have today a newer form of musical convergence, combining both Indian music and Western instruments in a colorful fusion of Indian dances like Bharatnatyam, Mohiniyattam, and Kathak.
That was great.
If you think that was great, I'm sure that this next item will be equally amazing. It's a song entitled Selfless Love.
Selfless? How can love be selfless?
Melissa, haven't you experienced the love given to you by your parents? Love bears all things, hopes all things, believes all things. But the love of God is beyond the reach of self. When the heart and mind are emptied of self, the love of God becomes an inward and abiding reality.
Thank you, Sanjeet, for enlightening us on the true meaning of selfless love.
The students of class 11th are here to perform this inspirational and spiritual song.
That is fought to be welcomed, to be cared for, to be at home. Today, when our life seems bought and used, there's a struggle to belong, to be free and to be a gift to everyone. We call our families, rise up and raise your hands as one. Come show the world, the loving ones, all God's children into one. We call our families, share the treasure that's in your hands. One can save us now, one can lead us now, one can make us all be one. Only selfless love, Bosco showed the world that only selfless love can bring 100-fold of fathers, mothers, brothers, sisters, homes, where peace and mercy reign, where faith and hope remain, where life begins and ends in God's embrace. Calling our families, let's make it happen. Only selfless love. Like the IEAS family, where life is full of love. Home is where true love begins. Love rejoices, love embraces. We call our families, rise up and raise your hands as one. Come show the world, the loving ones, all God's children into one. We call our families, share the treasure that's in your hands. One can save us now, one can lead us now, one can make us all be one. Only selfless love, Bosco showed the world that only selfless love can bring a hundredfold of fathers, mothers, brothers, sisters, homes, where peace and mercy reign, where faith and hope remain, where life begins and ends in God's embrace. Calling our families, let's make it happen. Calling our families, let's make it happen. To only selfless
No school is complete without proper direction, and here at IEAS, this direction is under the guidance of our director, Reverend Father Tony D'Souza, who will now deliver the welcome address.
May I request Father Tony to please come up on stage.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the management, staff, and students of Indian English Academy, I cordially welcome our chief guest, His Excellency Archbishop Peter Raich, Ambassador of the Holy See, Vatican. Kindly give him a rousing welcome. I also welcome our other guests of honor, particularly Monsignor John Caracal, the Secretary at the Vatican Embassy. And so on behalf of our school sponsor, Mr. Muhammad Al-Juma, the management, staff, and students of Indian English Academy, I cordially welcome Mr. Abdullah Ali Hussein Al-Basri, Director of Education Affairs, Ministry of Private Education, Kuwait. I also welcome, once again, though part of our family, our sponsor, Mr. Muhammad Al-Juma. We're always happy that he is with us, especially on these occasions. Welcome, Mr. Muhammad Al-Juma. Hearty welcome to all our guests of honor, benefactors, and friends. And of course, Mrs. Shanta Maria, convener of the CBSE Cluster Kuwait, all the principals of the other schools, Reverend Sisters, a homely welcome to you, dear parents of our students, our best collaborators. A cordial welcome to one and all. The academic year 2009-2010 in IEAS marked the 150th anniversary of the foundation of the Don Bosco Educational Society, with some significant achievements, God's blessings. To mention a few, the CBT, computer-based teaching, was introduced with team boards in each classroom. And thanks to our already smart teachers who are developing their own expertise, the students are responding with much more interest and diligence. The new wing of the school building is almost ready and will provide more space and facilities for our educative programs and activities. A fitting conclusion to this academic year, 2009-2010, has been the 100% excellent results obtained by our students at the CBSE 12th standard and 10th standard board exams. Thank you. They have brought credit to IEAS as a school of enlightenment and excellence. The healthy and holistic development of our students in the intellectual, moral, social, and spiritual dimensions of life points to the effectiveness of the time-tested, 150 years old educational method of Don Bosco, practiced in IEAS. In an educative environment of faith in God, mature reasoning, and loving kindness, IEAS strives for quality education in order to transform our children into honest, God-fearing adults and loyal, productive citizens of the world. In this auspicious year of the 150th anniversary of the foundation of the Don Bosco Educational Society, it is indeed our privilege to have as our chief guest this evening His Grace Archbishop Petar Raish, who is the Vatican Ambassador in Kuwait and the Gulf region. A hearty welcome to you once again, Your Excellency, and thank you for your gracious presence with us on this annual Thanksgiving Day. Archbishop Petar was born of Croatian parentage in 1959 at Toronto, Canada. And we are in good time to wish him a very happy birthday on the 12th of June. Ordained a priest in 1987, His Grace obtained a doctorate in church law, canon law they call it, in 1993 and entered the diplomatic services of the Holy See. He speaks English, Croatian, Italian, and French, and something more, Arabic, I think. His diplomatic assignments began as an attaché to the Apostolic Nunciature in the Islamic Republic of Iran from 1993 to 1996. His next posting was a 2-year stint as Second Secretary at the Apostolic Nunciature in Lithuania. And from 1998 to 2009, His Grace served as Counselor at the Secretariat of State of the Holy See and the Prefecture of the Papal Household in the Vatican. On the 2nd of December 2009, Archbishop Petar was appointed Apostolic Nuncio in Kuwait, Bahrain, Qatar, Yemen, UAE, and Apostolic Delegate in the Arabian Peninsula. He was ordained an Archbishop on the 23rd of January 2010. On a personal note, Archbishop Petar is a very warm and friendly priest who has already endeared himself to the people of Kuwait by his unassuming ways and gentle humor. Your Excellency, we thank you for accepting so cordially and promptly to spend this evening in IEAS. We wish you a pleasant evening. A sincere word of thanks to all our guests of honor for responding to our invitation. Please know that your august presence makes us feel important and enhances the standard of our function this evening. Having principals of schools is always a privilege for us. So I thank you, Mrs. Santa Maria, and all the other principals who are here with us this evening. Dear parents of our students, we are always happy to have you with us. Thank you for entrusting your children to the care of Don Bosco. Today, as we celebrate 150 years of Don Bosco education and rededicate our energies to promote enlightenment and excellence among our students, we also thank you for your excellent cooperation through your generous contributions and active participation at our parent-teacher meetings and school functions during the year. Coming closer into the school, on behalf of the management, I gladly acknowledge with sincere appreciation the hard work, competence, and commitment of our principal, Father Lionel Briganza, who has been at the helm for the last 5 years. And running the 6th. Together with him, We also thank the efficient dedication of our administrator, Father Francisco Pereira, who joined us last year. They have been working hard to transform Indian English Academy School into a Don Bosco institution worth its name. I also thank Father Felix Melavarachi and Father Joy Marankatikala, who are on the Indian English Academy School Management Board. They too interact with students in the moral science classes. Father Felix has been transferred back to his native land, Sri Lanka, and will be leaving us shortly. We will miss him, but we pray God's blessings accompany him in his next assignment. Over the years, our IEAS staff has been our best asset, and our students have found them not only qualified instructors, but true educators. Our teachers follow the Don Bosco educative method and interact with the students in a family atmosphere as friends with parental concern. We thank our teaching and non-teaching staff for their loyalty to the school at all times. This year too, personal or family reasons have obliged some teachers to leave us. We particularly thank the teachers who have served for a long period, Ms. Fatima Sheikh, Ms. Belinda Mendonça, and Mr. Said Fuad, and wish them and their families the blessings of God. I must not fail to mention our gratitude to our school sponsor, Mrs. Iqbal, and particularly to Mr. Muhammad Al-Juma, who has been very supportive and attentive to our school interests. Thanks are due also to our landlord, Mr. Basil. Very soon, IES will have additional classes, classrooms, and more space for school activities. Coming now to what I call the substance and wealth of IEAS, God has blessed us with lively, intelligent, and talented students, your children, who respond admirably to the training and education we impart to them. The principal's annual report will tell you much more about them. This year particularly, as I mentioned earlier, the students of the 12th and 10th standard have done us proud by securing excellent 100% results at the board examinations. And finally, a special feature of this Thanksgiving Day 2010 is a musical on the life of Don Bosco to commemorate the 150th anniversary of the foundation of the Don Bosco Society. The play script and music arrangements are by our own teacher, Ms. Aled D'Souza, who is also the director of the play, assisted by Mr. Avid Dias from Don Bosco, Mumbai, and our teachers. The play begins with a dream at the age of 9 of the young John Bosco. Though poor and uneducated himself, he sees himself called to be an educator of youth, especially the underprivileged, nobody's child. Over the years, Don Bosco's dream grew with him into a huge reality, and today he stands tall with over 6,000 educational institutions stretched across the globe over the last 150 years. I'm happy to say that IEAS is part of that big dream, and that dream lives on with a powerful message to our students. You are born for greater things. And now I'd like to invite our Bishop Camillo formally on the stage. We'd like to welcome him with a floral tribute presented by the director of the play, Ms. Aled D'Souza. Father Lionel is presenting our bishop with the brochure of our school annual magazine and a little life on Don Bosco with his boys. Thank you. Before I invite His Lordship to address us, I would like to pay a tribute to Mr. Avid Dias, a very unassuming person who shies any kind of stage appearance while he prepares everybody else for the stage. But today his promise will oblige us by making a very brief appearance on stage. Mr. Avid Dias. Bishop, could you please present? This is a small token of our sincere appreciation of your presence with us, your wonderful example as a good teacher, and your service. God bless you. Please receive this gift. Thank you. Have a pleasant evening. God bless you, and thank you.
Thank you, Father. Tell me, Sanjeet, how long have you been a part of IEAS?
Well, Melissa, I've been here for 8 fun-filled years, and I must say that through the years, we've grown.
I quite agree. The Indian English Academy School has achieved excellence in academics, sports, cultural days, annual days, and exhibitions.
Our principal, Reverend Father Lionel Braganza, will now brief us on those noteworthy achievements through the school annual report.
May I request our principal to please come up on stage.
Our esteemed chief guest of today, His Grace Archbishop Petar Raich, Ms. Shanta Maria James, convener, CBSE Schools, Kuwait chapter, my other colleagues in arms, principals of leading Indian schools in Kuwait, members of the managing committee, supportive parents, ardent benefactors of the school, cherished past pupils of Don Bosco and the Salesian cooperators, our dear sisters from Carmel Convent, dedicated faculty, administrative and supportive staff, and my dearest friends. A warm welcome to all of you on this memorable day, when we try to tell you something of what's happening here at IEAS. I'm happy that I'm able to give you a gist of the activities through this annual report of 2009-2010. You can see for yourself, IES has grown. And we have students from 31 nations, all in a moment of harmony and a moment of friendship, trying to understand world harmony at large, which we really require in the world of today. The primary section leaders were chosen. First, they were selected. Then there was a round of secret ballot vote by teachers that had taught them earlier. And now we had last year for our head boy, Tony Joseph, head girl, Ritika Naik, house captains, Tilak, Amala Saji, Nehru, Karishma Sikwera, Gandhi, Chris Thomas, Tagore, Larissa Crasto. Among the secondary school leaders, it's a tough competition because there's a lot of stiff campaigning before the elections. And on the day of the elections, we keep one day silent so that people can reflect over whom their school leaders should be. And through an electronic secret ballot vote, they elect their leaders. And this is what we have on screen: the head boy, Emil Joseph, head girl, Manal Saeed Makbul. House captains, Tilak Vivek Matthews, Nehru, Shalanda Aroj, Gandhi, Jason Mendonça, Tagore, Savannah Fernandez. Arthur C. Clarke once said, any sufficiently advanced technology is indistinguishable from magic. And so I must say, yes, our children at IEAS are enjoying magical moments of multimedia experiences in their classrooms through successful implementation of the computer-based teaching project that we initiated a year. And we are happy that our students are giving us less trouble in class because they become much more attentive. The award winners for the academic year 2009-2010 in the academic proficiency category, we have 357 students winning the prize, and in the general proficiency category, 97 students. Class 10 toppers for 2009-2010, as we said, we had 100% result, and Gitu Therese Matam got the full 10 points that was asked for, like any other student, and followed by Sindhu Balaji, 9.8, Abhinay Dilip Kumar Raikad, 9.6, Sara Khan, 9.6. Out of the 61 students who appeared, 37 got distinctions, and first division, 21. So a total of 58 students out of 61 got first class and above, which is a very commendable job for our school. In the science section, there's a lot of wonderful things that have happened this year. The overall topper with 93.2%, we have Dave Agarwal. Subject toppers, English, Mary Stephanie Fernandez, 86%. Physics, David Moti Kochakin, 95%. He's the second highest in Kuwait. Chemistry, Emil Joseph, 96%, the third highest in Kuwait. Continuing the science stream, in maths, we have Dev Agarwal, got 100% as a Kuwait topper year, along with the computer, Deepika Ramasubramaniam, again, 100% Kuwait topper. And this year, we must say, there were just 200s. And both the hundreds came from IEAS, and we are proud of it. In the biology section, we have Shoaib Ahmed Said and Silat Khan Mayana with 92%. In the commerce stream, we had Nathan D'Souza as the overall topper with 85.4%. In business study, Nathan got the highest in Kuwait with 97%. Economics, Manit Kaur, 93%, third highest in Kuwait. Accountancy, Bhavnit Kaur Saini, 88%. And informatics, Tanya Paulson Mangali, 91%. The scholarships that we are to give for those who really did something different. Don Bosco Merited Scholarship for the best outgoing student of the year goes to Emil Joseph. The Don Bosco Past Pupils Association scholarships for school toppers, Standard 10 and 12. Standard 12 Science, Dave Agarwal. Standard 12 Commerce, Nathan Savio D'Souza. And Standard 10, Gitu Teresa Matham. All work and no play make Jack a dull boy. And I think it's very difficult to take students out into the sunlight. And it's on this day, my dear friends, that our children really enjoy sports, because every year we have our sports day and we go to the stadium for a moment of 3 days so that our students can vibe with each other and show their strengths. And those who are chosen at that meet go in for the CBSE meet and then those who are chosen at the CBSE meet go to the nationals. And we had for our chief guest for our sports day, our own sponsor, Mr. Mohammad Abdullah Al Juma. You can see here the theme that was taken for the sports day, I believe I can fly. The individual championships, the overall championship went to the Tagore House. Individual champions, there are so many, you can see it on the screen, my dear friends, and you know who they are. School champions. Senior boys, Vivek Matthew. Senior girls, Fiona De Silva and Dilshi Priya Rangika. Juniors, Rovita Robert De Souza. Clap, telling you to clap. For the CBSE Kuwait Cluster Meet held on the 3rd to the 5th of December 2009 at the Kefan Stadium, we bagged first place in the 1,500, Fiona De Silva, shot put, Paula Siqueira, and the 4x400 meters girls relay under 16. You can see all girls. The second place we got 10 events and the third place 5 events. Why do we mention the first events of the first day? Because these are the students who are eligible to go to the National Athletic Meet that was held in Jaipur from the 20th to 24th of December 2009 in India. And you can see those who represented and the good sponsors that we got from Gulf Bank and Commercial Bank of Kuwait. We are thankful to our sponsors because of whose help we could send our students all the way to India. Also at the CBSE National Chess Championship Amritsar, 12th to the 15th of November 2009, we sent our team, Astrid Gerard, Tarun Rajiv, Jason Nazareth, Paul George, and T. Someshwar. Every Sunday, the teachers and the students of every class try to vie to give the best for the Sunday assemblies. So every week we have what is called the Sunday assemblies, and you can see takes from different groups that we had during the year 2009-2010. It gives the students a chance and opportunity to come on stage. So also again, the Thursday activity, inter-house activity every Thursday helps students to compete among themselves and to enjoy a moment of togetherness and a feeling of achievement. These 2 trophies help students to come punctual to class. So all 40 students have to be punctual. And if throughout the entire week 40 students are punctual, they are eligible for the punctuality trophy. And then the coordinators and the teachers tell us about the discipline trophy that is to be awarded to whichever class during that week. Because of the swine flu experience of last year, we had to have all the 3 festivals. And it was a very interesting moment because we had a festival panorama of Eid Mubarak, we had the next of Diwali and of Christmas. And you can see all the 3 were celebrated with a lot of joy. The Kuwait National Day that was celebrated amidst a lot of fanfare. And you can see the children at their best trying to thank the people of Kuwait for giving us this opportunity to be here to earn our big bucks, so to say, and to keep family going. The Indian Republic Day celebrations. Being an Indian school, a lot of importance is given to the Indian Republic Day, and all students come in various attire to show their love for the country and for India. Last year, we had just 3 classes having their cultural days because they are not entitled to take part in the annual day functions. This year, it will be different. So this is the cultural day for